Hey everybody, it's Mira Abashan from the Fertility Foodie at MCRM Fertility, part of the First Fertility Network. Today I'm going to demonstrate cooking spaghetti squash. What is spaghetti squash, you may ask? Well, it is a winter squash that when cooked, the flesh separates into these spaghetti-like strands, and that can be an excellent source of vitamin C, B vitamins. It is a relatively low calorie food, and it can be a very nice side dish. And so for all of those reasons, it can be a really nice complement to a fertility diet, because these nutrients can help to protect cells from both cellular as well as DNA damage, which is very important for both sperm health, egg health, and uterine lining health. The main reason I decided to highlight spaghetti squash today is because February is American Heart Month. And so just like we talk about cellular health when it comes to reproduction, it's also important for cardiovascular health. And this is actually, spaghetti squash is actually highlighted on the American Heart Association's website. So I thought it would be a good dovetailing to think about your heart and think about your reproduction at the same time. So here is a spaghetti squash. There was another half to this. It's not the easiest thing to have. I took a big cleaver and I went whack right down the middle, and that's what it looks like on the inside. So this is actually the flesh part, and when it gets cooked, it's gonna separate into spaghetti-like strands. And then these are the seeds that I'm gonna try to multi-purpose to make a little bit of a granola-like snack when we get done. So after I have this, I'm just gonna take a little bit of olive oil, which is a really good plant-based oil that's part of this Mediterranean diet that I've highlighted on this show in the past. And I'm just rubbing this in here. It's a really good plant-based source of fat. And then some salt, pepper, and then we'll microwave it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so this is the squash that I took out of the microwave. These are the seeds that I scooped out. And then these are those spaghetti-like strands I was telling you about. See? And that's what this dish is about. What I do is I just scoop out this inside that got so nicely cooked in just a few minutes in the microwave. It almost looks like little vermicelli noodles or angel hair pasta. And so this can be a really nice low gluten, gluten-free alternative to pasta. It's much less caloric. Obviously, it's not going to taste exactly like pasta, but it's a very versatile ingredient, and it really absorbs flavors. So I had put in just some simple olive oil, salt, and pepper, but there's so many things that can be done with this. On that American Heart Association site, they took this and they made more spaghetti vibes with it. I'll just take this out of the bowl just so you can see. And so you can see that these strands there, and then you can really take this in whatever direction you want to flavor it. But I'm just gonna leave it like this for now and then turn my attention to the seeds. All right, so these are the spaghetti squash seeds that I took from that squash, and then I tossed them with some olive oil, salt, pepper, a little bit of hot sauce, some maple syrup, the olive oil that I mentioned, and then I microwaved it. And as you see me do in some of these other videos, the microwave can actually get things pretty crispy if you use a shallow enough bowl. And so it makes this almost like you're candying it. And so then what I did was I took some of that hot sauce, and for the spaghetti squash, because it tastes kind of bland without any flavoring, I just mixed it with a little bit of the hot sauce. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle this over the top for a crispy topping. So that's what that looks like in there. So this could be a light lunch or a side dish for a more substantial lunch. And instead of actually eating spaghetti, this can be a very good source of nutrition, a very complete source of nutrition for not just your heart health, but your fertility as well. And so until next time, Chef's Treat.